And I just need to report my successful mission. Hey, Paxson. Where's Gris? Where's Gris? Gris, you're not following anymore? Oh, hang on a second. Every once in a while, Neb, do you know of that? And do you know something that could fix it? Every once in a while, my control settings just resets. So that's what's happening now. I was trying to activate and I jumped. So I just need to switch those two around. Before, actually, I used to change the controls in Skyrim, and then because there were so many other games where activate was E or F, that I just switched Morrowind. Okay, you're with me. You're my apprentice, and you're coming with me. Good. And he calls us master. I like that. I mean, I don't really like that. I don't know why he calls me master. He's my apprentice, not my slave, really. But there you have it. Paxson, you're also with me. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Follow. Here we are. Okay, so if we go back to the map, we actually we arrived in Firewatch, and from there we had a mission to go and help someone in Val Oira, and I went there and I didn't do my mission properly, and then I had directions to go south looking for something, and I went south until I was like, ooh, civilization, and I was back where I started. So yay, a true Morrowind experience, really. No idea, it's very mysterious. It is, right? You have that as well, or is it just my setup? Because it, you know, Morrowind likes to be very personalized, and my Morrowind does things that no other Morrowind does, I don't think. Never happened to you, right? I don't know. Are you on Windows? I think you are, right? Oh, my cappuccino is so nice. I can't really show you because I can't tilt it, but there's around it's a nice light brown. The center is mostly white, and then where the last drops of coffee. You're on Windows 7. It's darker. Sorry, finished that. I'm on Windows 10. Maybe it's got something to do with that, because that's something I've had for the last couple of years for sure, since I started playing more. Seriously, I'm gonna go with seriously. Right, we want to report our success to the guild. Was it this way? No, because it looks like how we get out. I want to go that way. Just learning my way around. That's no, okay, there it is. With those massive doors and that poor guard.
Yes.
That's like, dude, close the door. Honestly. Avril, you got 100 septims for the Volts game. You don't even need them. Honestly. So, Neb, how are you going to enjoy your fresher days? Are you going to actually go out or stay in and play games? Obi-Wan, I have a mod on Oblivion though that fixes the UI and controls so FOV doesn't reset. But that means it resets to the same setting each time I restart. So you change it to E and space to jump. It will reset it again next time. Are you using that kind of mod maybe? No, really not. I did notice as well, though I haven't had that this time, that occasionally the resolution would reset as well, and I would go back to MGE and remind MGE that I want, you know, a large resolution and windowless and borderless and blah blah blah. But I don't know, it's really 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 odd. And are you talking about Oblivion Reloaded? Is that the name? Yeah, it's Oblivion Reloaded that does a lot of that, I know. The door needs some oil for this sound. It seriously needs oil, and I don't know, why don't they have a smaller door for one person to go through? That's my suggestion, but you know, I'm gonna go with that. Oh, you've been to the forest. Oh god, it must be heavenly, especially if you get a bit of air, really. Bus to the sea. Well, that's nice. So you got you know, the perks of the country and the seaside. Zach, hi, nice to see you. You say if your config file is set as read-only, then all the Bethesda. I don't think I set them to read-only. So my Morrowind ini, I'm suppose you're referring to the Morrowind ini. No, I didn't do that. I know for Mass Effect I did that, but I never thought to do that for Morrowind. Thanks. There's I don't have it. Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I need to write it down. Because in the stream I go, oh yeah, it's great, I'll check it out, I'll do that. And then obviously after 3 hours, I don't. Read only ini. Thanks. There we go. Cool. Alright. Downified UI. Alright. That makes things very, very pretty. And honestly, without it, I'm so spoiled. I'm so disgustingly spoiled with mods. Without something for the UI in Oblivion, I can't handle it. The inventory to navigate, nah. Spoiled. I'm telling you, just spoiled. Sometimes Windows does it on its own, silly like. Yes, Windows has updated, and then you realize that nothing works the way it used to. That's also frustrating. But there was an update on the laptop, but this is the desktop. Could be either, could be both, really. Right, shall we? Report, success, and I already know that, was it you?
Speak freely, friend.
He's going to tell me off. Josh! Welcome on in, Raiders! How are you doing, Josh? Assuming you can hear me and you don't get an ad, because I know that happens. Which is very, very frustrating. Welcome on in, Raiders. Defend, I say. Defend. Do I still have the defend command? Yeah, I just that. You can hear me. Steve, welcome on in. Nice. Raid hype indeed. Oh, bummer. I don't have the raid minigame. Twitch ads are getting long, aren't they? There used to be some of them that you could skip. But I don't see those anymore. Like when I raid, before even putting the raid message, I put ad, so the raider knows that. No, not the raider. The streamer knows that I can't hear them. How you doing, Josh? I saw that you were working on your game again. Taking a little break from gaming to make games. I like that. I mean, I like both, but it's good news you're working on your game. How is it going? How is it going? Is that what you were doing now? This new alert doesn't even tell me what you were playing. Honestly. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna turn in my quest. He's gonna tell me off because I killed him. But, no, hang on. I take it back. If I had reported last week, if I had actually reported to him before going in and, you know, dealing justice myself, I wouldn't. Okay, alright, good. Well, I'm glad the game crashed at the end of the stream and now I get another chance to do this properly. Good thing. Josh was playing Morrowind +1. Is that Oblivion? Okay, Morrowind +1. I never thought of that. I mean, I like Oblivion. I like it well enough. But I can't think of it as a Morrowind plus anything. Plus 2 years, maybe. I think it's just 2 years between the two. But today was Oblivion. Yesterday I was making a new level for my game though. Alright, how is that going? Because that's a project you started quite a while back. Not telling you, get on with it. I don't know from experience, I don't make games, but I make mods and I know they take easily years. And where are you at in Oblivion? Personally, I really like when you go to the Shivering Isles, because you get... I'm not going to spoil the story for you, don't worry, but when you go there, the looks of it, I got a little bit of that feeling you had when you arrived in Morrowind and it was all weird and different and alien. So I got a bit of that and I liked it. The project is actually done and out, but I'm adding stuff to it. You're right, because there was a Steam, I did check it on Steam. I did see that. As a developer, I don't think there's much practical difference between games and mods. I mean, I'm not a developer, but RL does make games for game jams and things. I think as a modder, I mean, I have an engine that works completely. As a game dev, you might want to use Unity, but I know some people that like to write their own engine and libraries, like, they're nuts. They enjoy it. I'm pretty far in the Assassin's Guild quest in Oblivion, and Josh, I've never done it. I never joined the Dark Brotherhood because I never had a character that, you know, that had it in them. They were just too nice. I was like, no. And sometimes, quite often, the Dark Brotherhood would contact me, but that's because I would accidentally kill someone, which is not the same. Big mushroom, yeah, everything, the plants, there's the... I like the look of it, I really do. The Drunken Mudcrab said the same thing in his current Shivering Eyes videos. There you go. So that means if at least 2 people think that, it's probably true. Not to mention we just said that on the internet, that makes it true for sure. Some really huge game these days started as mods. Huh. Like what? I mean, I know, for example, Skyrim, it's a huge mod that's now DLC status. What's the name? And they're real? I hope I didn't butcher that name. Did I just promote Unity? No, love, I did not promote Unity. I did use the word, and I didn't make a disgusted face afterwards, which is not the same. But I also praise people who write their own code and their own libraries and all that. League of Legends, Dota. Oh yes, Dota. Oh right, you're absolutely right. It used to be a mod, yeah, and now it's something which I was never able to play. I remember back in the day when it was just a map. It was just a map, right? And I called it the chicken map because I was told that the expert level is to make use of the chicken. Just a map. I said that. Honestly. Right, let me read what this guy is telling me because, you know, we do need to progress a little bit. It doesn't sound like you could use some proof, yes. And I searched the whole house, and that's how I got the guy really upset with me. I did find the proof, but talk to Silneil the Maven at the Howling News about hiring the Thieves Guild to retrieve proof you need. She owes me a favor. Okay. Portal started as a mod. Yeah, Portal 1 was a little thing. True. See, I didn't even think of that. And then there are the games that are developed for a game jam and make it to Steam as a full game. Which one was it that I liked? Oh, crap. And I really liked it because it follows the story of game development. So you're like on a Game Boy, you know, screen, and then you have sound, and then you have color. What is the name of this game? They have a second one now. I don't have my Steam open, but I really like it. Gosh, I can't think. You like my accent? It's super fancy. That's not exactly what I'm going for, but thank you. This you can hear the French. I suppose maybe it's because I've learned British English, which may sound a little posh, and then onto that I add a little bit of French, so I suppose that's yeah, that's it. That's me. I got a fancy accent. I can totally live with that. I need to go to the Howling News. Let's keep on talking, but go to the Howling News as well. We can do this. Practice acrobatics. There we go. It's good. It's good for the legs. British English and French is the fanciest thing I can think of. But there you go. I never know which one. I'm gonna go with this one. Yes. I'm not entirely hopeless. Hello? B? Are you dead? You're dead. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, pick you up. You might be good in a potion. And the Howling News, this is the fancy one, I think, which makes the Howling News the one further on the left. Like a pro. Morrowind music is just, you know, I play the game regularly, obviously, and for years, and I promise you that when I hear the main theme, because it's part of a video, like when there's a video about the top 10 games this and the top 10 whatever, and when there's Morrowind and I hear it, I get emotional. It's just stupid. And then when Audel occasionally graces me with playing it on his piano, oof, really get emotional. Osking, hi! How are you doing, Osking? Nice to see you again. No one is reminding me to hydrate, honestly. I have to think for myself. What else? What else do you expect me to do? And we are looking for someone that we are going to hire. That would be the one. Silniel the Maven, who might be a not so distant cousin of Helende in hello my lord. Con, nice to see you again. Welcome back. Steve, if you did a South African accent, that might be too fancy for the universe to support. I think that might be the end of times. How is a South African accent? I don't know. I'll have to, you know, ask Google and listen to that. I would assume it's mostly British with a twist, I guess. I'll try to find out. I'd be curious. It is my first time in TR Con. Do you think I'm a noob? It's my second time in TR. My absolute second time. The first time we went to Old Ebonheart and spent 3 hours exploring with this character, actually. Straight off the boat, we were like, okay, let's just go and explore. But I was just so crazy poor and unable to do anything. And then I was fighting around Sadrith Mora, around there, and I tried to cast a spell, and instead I cast an intervention spell, and boom, we were in Firewatch. And I was like, okay, it's destiny. It was my fate to go there. How are you doing, my lord? How are you doing? What? I'm looking at the time because I'm thinking it's middle of the night for you. Where's my ashfall? I mean your ashfall, but where's your ashfall that I can put on my computer? As an idiot American, it's super fancy and mostly British. Yeah, I don't know about idiot American. You know what? The American pronunciation mostly makes sense. Like, or it's not so much the pronunciation, it's the spelling. Like theater, you do say like er. So I wouldn't go with American. It does simplify the language, but that's because it needs it. Honestly, there's a stand-up comedian that I really like. I haven't listened to his new things, but Eddie Izzard is the name, and he has a little bit where he compares American English and British English, and that's very funny. So I'm not gonna try to repeat that. But do have a look. He's very funny about it. He talks about learning French as well, and I think that's hilarious. He talks a lot about languages, and I love languages. Asking, you're actually listening to your Morrowind playlist and test composers. It's very epic. It's true that, you know, you go to YouTube and you go Elder Scrolls music, you got yourself 20 hours of music, and it's great. It's really great. So Morrowind takes the cake, as far as I'm concerned. Die Antwoord and District 8 don't really sound fancy. I don't know what that is. Die Antwoord and District 8. The only thing I think of is the movie District 9, which I absolutely adored. But clearly you must be talking about something different. Educate me, please. You're right asking, that's the Merlord, the one and only. The one and only. How you doing, Deadbeat Artist? It's been a while. Lovely to see you again. Lovely to see you again. I like them a lot too, but they don't sound fancy. Personally, I'm a big fan of accents. In English, I can't appreciate them as much, but in French, I find them absolutely adorable. I think it's interesting, especially how the choice of words is usually a reflection of the society. I mean, I'm not gonna go, you know, full anthropology on you, but it's really fun. It's just really fun. You definitely know Eddie Izzard. I think many American would. Brilliant. Well, I absolutely adore his stuff. It's very funny. Very, very funny. BRB, telling some pedantic Brits, I know that American English has the seal of approval from a French teacher. Yes, quote me, clip it, put it on the internet. I'm gonna have so much hate mail. My goodness. My goodness. It's Diamondwood is a band that I enjoy, and District 9 is the movie that, but you put 9. Okay, good. Diamondwood, I don't know them. Basically, if Audel doesn't make me discover music, I don't listen to music. It's terrible. It's very self-aware and lovable. Okay. Debbie asked it, you're doing okay? Brilliant. Just home for work and waiting for the food delivery. Nice. It's so nice. Obviously, you don't want to be incredibly lazy all the time, but you know, every once in a while, when you know that you're going to get home, you're going to get something lovely like sushi, and you don't have to do a thing, not even wash the dishes afterwards. Do I want to join the Thieves Guild? Yeah, no, they don't want me. It's so cruel. She goes, hey, you want to join? And then she takes a closer look at me and she goes, actually no, thank you. Alright, tell me about, I need to muscle Green Eyes, but I think he's an assassin. Drat. I knew Galen wouldn't forget about that favor I owed him. Come back later, I ought to have something soon. Why don't you take a walk in the meantime? Honestly, I mean, fine, she's gonna do it, but I know where's the evidence. I found it. So, she wants me to take a walk. I'm assuming that as far as the quest is concerned, it's either detecting that I talk to her again or that I change cells. I took a walk, but I was just so impatient. Good. So it's not anything about time passing, because that happens as well. What? You don't want to be lazy? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't want to be lazy, but I think it's really important to allow oneself to be lazy every once in a while. If you're lazy all the time, deep down it doesn't feel good. Talking for myself, obviously. But after a while, you just, nah. Yeah. So, yes. Self-favors, like, you know what, today, just whatever today. That's good. Heavy steps, you're late. I don't think so. I don't think so, I'm late. Really. Sileniel, I don't think so. I think you'll find that this fits the bill. Thank you and come again. Wink. Thank you, come again. Would you like a loyalty card? We have Green Eyes logbook. Yeah, we had that. Where is it? Is it the one? Yes, and that's the one where there's a contract on my head, and this one. But he's like, no time, too busy. You install backstabbing, you're gonna love it. Personally, it brings me such joy when I backstab something and you get the sound and you get the message is important, and it's like, yes. My greatest achievement to date, is to backstab a cliff racer in the tail. It's like, that cliff racer was, you know, chasing me and stuff, and then I hit it a bit, and then it was like, okay, I'm done, and I managed to, oh yeah, that felt good. I was so pleased. So there you go, something to look forward to. I can say Osking without any sort of exaggeration, you pretty much can install anything that Merlord published. I think I have all of his mods, maybe not on a single install, but across my 3-4 installs I have all of them. I don't have the Brewmaster. I don't have the brewmaster. Not because it's bad, definitely not, but because I'm waiting for it to be somewhat integrated into Ashfall. You've been adding and mod shopping. Isn't mod shopping exciting? So exciting. I wish that on the modding history we had a few more filters, because I mean there's all the mods that were ever created basically and saved on the internet. So to go and say, alright, I'm gonna try that, discover something, it's kind of hard because there's a bit of everything, some good stuff and some older stuff, incomplete stuff, dirty mods, that sort of thing. So it's a lot. Well, it's a bigger adventure, let's say. Have you managed to muscle green eyes? Kinda. But I have. I have proof. Did I get a new topic? I don't think I did. So now I'm going to confront Green Eyes with his log. Oh, he's gonna be delighted. Not to mention he's already aggressive. Do I have a calm spell? I do not. Something, a calm, anything, a command, why not? I don't have that. So even though I have the logbook, I think he's still going to attack me. Maybe now that I have the logbook, I can kill him and not get told off for it. How rich am I? Reasonably rich. Let's check the Mages Guild down there. See if I can get myself a scroll of calm humanoid. That'd be ideal. I could do the quest, you know, without unnecessary bloodshed. Hello? Okay. Hello?
May I help you?
I was hoping you... Okay. It's the kitchens, no. Hello. I was hoping you could maybe sell me a... Okay.
I see you.
How does he say that? Is there something about... I don't believe you are of sufficiently high rank, Heavy Step, to enjoy my superlative services. But do well, and one day, perhaps, you too will enjoy this exceptional good fortune. Wow. I don't know if I want to. I don't know that I want to. I mean, our guy, Heavy Steps, he is a spellsword, and as such, he lives by his sword and by his spells. But at the same time, he's not a fancy guy. Like, his fanciest thing is his hat. His wizard hat, must have. But other than that, I don't think he's very impressed by this guy being so full of himself. Honestly.
Greetings.
Oh,
What
greetings.
shall we talk
No, I haven't done that. I was hoping for spells. Anyone useful in this guild? No, a spoon. If we ever lose ours. And maybe a couple more people down there. Yes. But I think they only offer travel.
What is it?
I'm listening.
Last chance for Green Eyes to survive. Alchemy. Sorry, we're gonna kill Green Eyes, even though we really did our best to find a non-bloody solution.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go kill him. Those spikes really bring out the eyes. They're a little bit over the top. But then again, you know, the hat is completely tattooed, and I'm fairly certain that he must have cut, you know, indentation in the hat to make space for the spikes. He's a practical kind of guy. Heavy Steps. Really. No, don't close it. Don't. Oh, I wish I could sprint. I did not install the sprinting mod. Sorry. Watch out. Watch out. Careful. Ow. I tried. Again, I tried to help. Where was Green Eyes? I think here. With luck, he's gonna be able to talk. No, I saw him. Oh, there. But in all likelihood...
The gods with you.
Yep, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, he's in combat. We do it right. Is that guy okay? Probably not. Don't. I am so sorry, Green Eyes, but you did consider murdering me. You are meddling with poisons and stuff. That's the first time. I mean, I heard that for the first time last week, the way the Argonians hiss at you when you kill them.
This is an honor for me.
Alright, let me clean things up for you. That is useful. That is useful. We can sell that. I don't think we have the skill to sharpen things. Maybe these robes would look good on us. I really want to find those armored robes again. Even your cute green eyes won't save you from death. I'm not even sure he actually had green eyes. I think it was a fake. We'll, I mean, we'll never know. We'll never see. Yes, yes, yes. No, fine. Just get rid of the evidence. And then lots of poison-related things. Honestly, if that wasn't a hint. And then we had the lab. That's where the logbook was. We're ready for his next contract. Maybe we could be a cheap potion of paralyze. 3 seconds. We could put that on our blade. You know, I mean, we are. Didn't we? We did join the Morag Tong. The reason why we joined the Morag Tong, though, is not because we think that being an assassin is a great job. We're a Spellsword, but they have ties with what's her face, Mephala, and we are really interested in the Daedra as well as the Aedra. So that's, you know, that's something. For the same reason we joined the Guild of Vampire Hunters, not because we particularly hate vampires, but because vampires have ties to Morag Tong. Is it Morag Tong? Please correct me, because every time I say something wrong, I just, you know it better. Or Malakas? No, not Malakas. And so we were hoping to get information on the Daedric prince through the vampires. Okay. Did we? Oh, what? Hang on. Jet. That looks pretty. That doesn't. Do we know anything about alchemy? I think we do. We do. Not much. And most of our alchemy we got from eating food. Every time we go, this is bread. It's good for fatigue. Oh, this is crab meat. It's also good for fatigue. I'm gonna take this one, not because I particularly have an interest in poisons, but because it's a rare ingredient. And there's a few mods that occasionally ask for the poison, but there's like 2 of them in the game. Must hunt and gather, right? With everyone in the room. Oh, sorry, I missed something. Food is there. Yay! What did you order? Is it actually pizza? Not vegan friendly. More like Baal created vampires. Yes, thank you, Prof. Thank you. So this is done. Let's go. Hunting and gathering requires multiple people. Somebody to hunt, somebody to gather, somebody to skin, somebody to cook, and somebody to eat. Right? Did I get that right? Let's go back to the guild. And then that's what I wanted to do last week. And then we're gonna walk back and it's 8 in the morning, almost 9 in the morning in game. Hamburgers and a side of veggies. You know what? That doesn't sound half bad. I was looking at vegan recipes recently, out of curiosity, that's the way. Out of curiosity to see, you know, there's I do eat some vegetables, but potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, spinach. There's a whole bunch of vegetables that, you know, I just don't know. So I was looking at the recipes, and they don't look super appetizing. We'll try some. But they just, you know, you don't look at the dish and go, just not. Yes. I think maybe you were a little harsh. No. He may not have been behaving ethically. No, he just planned to kill me. He's an assassin. I did my best, okay? Give me more orders, but I'm not gonna do it now. Someone needs help at... yes, I remember we read that. It's a Dwemer ruin, right? And it's close to Val-Olra, where we need to go anyway, so let's do that. I think everyone contributes to the eating a bit. Yes, it makes sense. It does make sense, because I was going to volunteer for the last part, really. Good.
May the wind
Brilliant.
be on your back.
I'm very happy with the armorer skill now, with the combination of Merlord's realistic repairs, I think, where essentially, I mean, you can see it, if I drop the armor, the hammer on my armor, that's where I got confused. Jeez, I can't use it. Like, to be able to properly fix your armor, you have to use an anvil. An option, Merlord, if you're still listening, to make it more realistic still, you could allow the use of a hammer, only a hammer to fix the armor, but it reduces the overall durability of the item. So yes, you can repair it in the wilderness with no proper forge, but you're going to essentially damage the armor. I'm not sure. I mean, I know you can do so many things with Lua, and so many hard-coded things are not so hard anymore. But that would be maybe more balancing. So people who feel that they don't want to use realistic repairs because being absolutely unable to repair your gear when you're out exploring is a little too harsh, that could be a solution. You know, like in Diablo 1, where repairing your armor would reduce the overall durability. I hated that. Don't get me wrong, I hated that. But it would be tricky. I would imagine so. Not compatible with RM blacksmith mode. Well, you know, I use both, and as far as I'm concerned, it works great, because unless my character has armorer as a major skill, I don't use the blacksmith vice. So for me, with the two mods, it gives me different ways to use armorer, basically. And I like that a lot, because obviously not all my characters, they all try to repair their stuff, but you know, more or less successfully. Where was I? It has been argued that the best addition to a vegan recipe is beef. Then, like, you know, to go for a vegan recipe or diet, I mean, people do what they want in that matter. But it makes me smile when they say, yes, we have that and it tastes like Parmesan, and we have that and now it tastes like smoked salmon. Well, if you want the taste of Parmesan, then you eat Parmesan. Like, I'm happy with a vegetable recipe to say this is what vegetables are like. Anyway, I'll be trying a few, but yes, maybe a nice piece of beef would work. And meat, I do appreciate meat. I don't have it very often, very rarely in fact. When I do, I'd rather have a good quality meat, and I know where the meat comes from, and I know that the chicken was raised outdoors and blah blah blah. So not often, but good. Anyway, again, I completely understand people who don't eat meat at all, really. what did I miss? What did I miss? Because the window is quite small. Does Get Sharp have the same effect? Hang on, Get Sharp. That's Rubberman's mod. It's not the same thing with Rubberman's mod. Like, let me see. This doesn't show anything. This doesn't show anything. Do I have a damage? Oh, bummer. I don't have a single damaged weapon to show you. But with Get Sharp, you can repair your stuff, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't force you to use the forge. But if you're at the forge, you can essentially repair for free. And then you can sharpen your weapons based on your armor skill. You will increase the chop, slash and thrust damage of your weapon, or if it's blunt, you can also temper them. At the same time, when a weapon has been used quite a bit, it's dulled, so it's gonna do a little less damage. So that's very cool and very sweet. Well, thank you. So yeah, I think the two of them work well together, really, because someone that's rubbish at repairing is gonna have to use the repair services, because buying those hammers is expensive and it doesn't work so well. And someone who's really good will be able to fix things very easily as long as they're at the forge and make their weapons better. Okay. Time to go and find a place in the wilderness and practice acrobatics. Acrobatics, where are you, acrobatics? It's not one of my main skills. It's rare. 87. 100. I told you. Good. It strengthened the ankles and the knees. And every time the bones break, they're a little stronger as well. Jump off platforms. Huskobar was recommending Silstrider's platform. Perfect. Don't do that when your inventory is completely full and you have very low HP. You will kill yourself. God, I remember killing myself. In Vivek, there's those ramps that go down. Killing myself, jumping down those. Oh well. Fun times in Vardenfell. Here. We're neutral. Oh, we don't need the money. Okay. Okay, that is the way we came from. And we'll keep an eye out for anything to explore. Like, we don't have a particular quest, anything to look for. The place we're looking for is supposed to be around here. We'll just look for things. Video games joints. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Real life joints, not so much. Yes, obviously the rules of Morrowind do not apply to real life. Please don't try this at home. that would be quite dangerous, painful, and I might get in trouble with the law, so please don't. Yeah, she told us. She told me to. So please don't. I'm sure plenty of beginners have died falling in a lighthouse in Seidanin. Yes. Because when you're a noob, you fall and you die. When you're experienced, you fall, but you know that you might catch a branch and not kill yourself entirely. The lighthouse. I wish I could forget about that quest and do it over. I'm going to, not exactly the path I've used before, so that I may discover caves, ruins, anything, because we don't know what's there. But still, I should go a little north to try and reach that fork. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna go that way. I decided. I changed my mind. It's not that I can't jump or anything. I mean, we are Heavy Steps. Heavy Steps was originally one of our permadeath characters. short-lived, and it was called Heavy Steps because his main handicap was that he cannot use any stealth skills. And then when I decided to do a role-playing version, there's the beach, and I looked at, you know, my long list of deceased permadeath character, and I was like, alright guys, which one do we resurrect? And you picked Heavy Steps, and so here he is, jumping off platforms for your viewing pleasure. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen cliff racers, which makes Tamriel pretty much a paradise. Okay, that's the area I've explored quite thoroughly. Let's go up, maybe we can get a good view. The sky is clear. Apparently it's not aggressive. More often than not though, they don't attack me and then they turn around and go, wait, I forgot, I hate you. That looks okay. We've caught up with where we were. And we're looking for a mine. That's the mission. But there's somebody here. Maybe she can help us. Doesn't seem aggressive. Not a mage though. Not from the guild.
Then?
Hello, Albiol. I don't believe I've seen such. Yes, I do have an amazing outfit. But tell me about you. I'm Albiol, savant. I suppose he's the sort of savant that likes to get his information from, you know, collect the information himself. I can help him. There. If you want to collect samples, we did find some flowers. Gold cannet, not very tasty. We've tried. That's for you. And no, I'm keeping that. It's too valuable. I'm keeping that. And that's for the fauna. There you go. Contributed to the knowledge of this brave savant. What are you? An ant? Ooh, it reminds me of the ants in Wizardry 8. Or nada. You look friendly, so I'm gonna let you be. Mostly because I don't know how strong it is. I'm level 8 though, I should be able to handle it. And it's not permadeath. And so what are you? A funny looking crab. I've seen that on the mole crab on the splash screens. Then you turn your back and it attacks. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Or not that quick. You're so cute. And you're carrying your babies on your back. I'm definitely not attacking you. I mean, she's a mother, for crying out loud. Though we still don't have an entrance to a cave. If I can't find the place, I'm just gonna move on and go to the next quest. And one day, you know, when I'm in what I feel is a completely different region, we'll find the cave that was actually so far. Because okay, let's go along the beach, because I haven't explored that. Just trying to remove as much of the fog as possible. The mole crab looks like it was inspired by real life mole cricket. Ah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, concept artists have to have inspiration from something, and real life is not a bad place to start. Really. Ah, I've been there, I think. I know. That looks like a mine. No, that's Bandit Cave. Okay, what do I know that is good? Let's go with my yes, get some shield on. That failed. Oh, and now we can't. Okay. Don't hit me with your spells. too many spell effects. Can't see what's happening. Take a few steps. I have a better heal spell than that. I forgot. Got me bastard. What are they? Twins? Honestly. And these are... This is bad news because these are my outlaws. And there's 4 of them. And their level is equal or a little lower than mine. But 4 of them, obviously that... I mean, we have packs on for crying out loud. Let's go with a better heal spell. Yeah, that was stupid. Okay. And you. Let's finish you off with a spell. What is that? Did that look like a Nord? I don't think so, but just in case, we're gonna go with fire. I'm so rubbish at aiming with spells. So I doubt this is actually the mine, because I wouldn't have put the bandits in front of a mine. Hello? Well, okay. Now we have a spare one, which is good. If I run out of charges, though I haven't had the problem yet. And I honestly don't care for these. Honestly. I have no respect for wizards that have such fancy, colourful robes. Fancy robes for a bandit, but he's a mage. You know, he's part of the gang. And I know that I could have gone with where are the bodies? I could have gone with making all of them, you know, rogues, bandits, smugglers, that sort of thing. But I also wanted to make sure they would fight differently and they would have slightly different loot as well. So there are mages, there are monks as well. So they don't fight all the same way. So there's you. Paxon, sniff, find the bodies. That's very generous. It's a bit annoying. The mouse is just on the... There's a line on the desk that separates different parts. I think I'm just going to leave that there. And your body to rot. I can't find the 2 that I killed further, but never mind. But they were all spellcasters, right? They're all pretty crazy with the spellcasting. I doubt that's what I want. Green eyes, suggested. No, I'm looking for this. The Soludani egg mine. Just keep following the road south until you come to a signpost that points to Balboria and Firewatch. Then just turn left between the 2 big rocks. And if I show you the map, let's make it nice and big for you guys. That's the road going south. And the signpost, they are here. And then that looks like the 2 big rocks. So we went there. And then it says it's just straight ahead. And we've explored all of that. Didn't see anything. That's where we found a conjurer from the Mages Guild, I think. I mean, there was a Mage Guild person. And there were lots of Daedra in there. So I assumed. Now we find that. But we just don't find the actual mine. We'll explore and we'll loot, because that's it's not what we do, but we're there, so we might as well. Okay. Though I'm starting to have a lot of things. I wanted to try this on. I guess the colors kind of match. We'll keep it when it gets a little cold, then we have something extra to put on. And right now our agility is down because we're peckish. Let's not have that. It's not bad. Let's have 2 leaves. That's a feast. and I have no water and no bottles. How come? I never travel without bottles. Gris, are you in fact the water carrier? Not even, but you like range stuff? I've got range stuff for you. Paxson, are you in fact carrying my bottles? Squeak, squeak, squeak. You are in fact not. I suppose it's fair to say that Paxson was instrumental in letting us survive this battle, so he can have another septim. That's the deal. In you go. Oh, it's very bright, isn't it? We really should be ready to get our sword out. Ah, now I can show you. This demon katana is damage. Its condition is only 720 out of 1200, and you can see that the damage for chop is 112. 112, 010, 03. This one that is fully fixed, I have 320. It makes a big difference, and when it's sharpened, it's even a little more. So essentially you have 3 damage stats for every weapon, depending on whether they're blunt, like not blunt, blunted, you know, they've been used too much, normal, or sharpened. Oh, I see you. I see you, I heard you. You look like a a Dunmer. So let's try some frost. Oh no, you're a red guard. Gris, okay, we're good. Ooh, sugar. We're not, this character is not really into skooma and moon sugar. They're valuable, so, you know, why not pick them up, but that's about it. Food done. Okay, feeling better? Ready to unwind? Going quiet and might fall asleep while watching the stream. Absolutely no problem. Have a lovely, lovely evening and a great weekend after that, right? When you wake up to your weekend, that's pretty good. Oh, I'm just seeing. Give me a second. Let me put the chat a little higher. I'm going to disappear altogether. Don't panic. I'm still here. I'm still here with you guys. I'm not leaving you. I just want to move the chat bot a little higher up. So you don't have to read messages on my forehead, essentially. It's like, yeah, it's a bit better. It's a bit better. Have a great night, Deadbeat Artist, and a great weekend. Even if I don't see you, you can have a great weekend. It's possible. Some people do it. No, I'm kidding. Have a great weekend. Really, like seriously. Okay, let's look for things in there. Loot. Looty loot stuff. A glass warhammer. Oh my. Now that's some serious loot. I mean, I can't equip it. If you are looking for a mod that balances the game, sure, you could go for balance overhaul. There's a few. There's rebirth that changes all the attributes of the value of the weapons and this and that, how much they kill, how much it protects you, how much it costs, and that sort of things. You can go for that. Or my must-have 2 balancing mod, just have one harder barter that reduces how much money you make from selling. You get 10% of the value, so very quickly. I mean, this is, how much is it? This is worth 4,000, so I would get 40 septims. Yeah. No, that's crazy. I get 400. I get 400 for it, which is not all that much considering it's a rare item. So this one, you don't get rich with harder barter. even if you know where to find, you know, that Daedric bow, that piece of glass armor that's easy to kill,